My name is David. I'm 55 years old, and I've been told I don't have much time left. People always think those words belong to someone much older, 70, 80, 90, but here I am, 55, still young enough to remember everything I missed, old enough to finally understand what it cost me. For most of my life, I believed I was doing everything right. I believed I was being a good husband, a good father, a responsible man. I worked hard. I built a career. I provided. I paid the bills. I gave my family a comfortable life. From the outside, I looked like a success story. Inside my house, though, I was mostly absent. Not physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I was always somewhere else. In meetings, on calls, inside deadlines, inside projects that never truly ended. And now that my time is running out, there is only one question that echoes in my head every single night. How did I miss my own life while I was busy building it? Her name is Jennifer. We met when we were both young, full of plans, full of laughter, full of that kind of hope that only exists before life teaches you caution. She wasn't complicated. She didn't ask for luxury. She didn't need expensive gifts. What she wanted was time, real time, uninterrupted time, undistracted time. She used to tell me about small things she dreamed of. I want us to take pottery classes together. I want slow Sunday breakfasts where nobody rushes anywhere. I want us to walk through farmers markets and just wander. I want date nights where we talk instead of checking our phones. They sounded simple, almost trivial, and I treated them like they were optional, like little extras we could get to later. Later, that word haunted our marriage. We'll do it when this project ends. We'll go next month, after this promotion, after things settle down. Things never settled down. They just kept moving forward without us. Jennifer would sometimes sit on the couch while I typed on my laptop, and she wouldn't even say anything. She would just look at me, not angrily, not dramatically, just quietly, as if she was slowly realizing that she had married someone who was present in body but absent in life. We have 2 children, a son and a daughter. They grew up in a good neighborhood, good schools, good clothes, vacations, birthdays with decorations and gifts. From the outside, it looked like I was a great father. I thought I was a great father. I believed that providing was the highest form of love. I told myself, they'll understand one day. I told myself, I'm doing this for them. I told myself, they'll thank me when they're older. What I didn't understand was that children don't measure love in dollars. They measure it in presence, in attention, in shared moments, in simple things like sitting next to them while they do homework, listening to their stories, laughing at their jokes, showing up when they look into the crowd hoping to find you. My children never had to worry about money, but they grew up learning something else instead. They learned that Dad was always busy. Dad was always working. Dad was always distracted. Dad was always unavailable. I taught them that unintentionally. Every missed dinner, every canceled plan, every not tonight, buddy, every maybe next weekend. I thought I was building security for them. What I was actually building was distance. There's a memory that still makes my chest tighten. A family vacation. We had rented a beautiful house near the ocean, the kind of place people save for all year. The kids were excited. Jennifer was glowing. She had planned everything. Sunsets, beach walks, board games, long dinners. I brought my laptop. I told myself I would only check emails occasionally, just to stay on top of things, just in case something urgent came up. Urgent always came up. I remember sitting on the balcony with my phone while my children played in the sand. Jennifer tried to get my attention. Come build a sandcastle with us. Come take a walk. Just leave the phone for 1 hour. 1 hour felt impossible to me. I chose my screen over my family over and over again that week. Not because I didn't love them, but because I believed the lie that everything depended on me at work, that the company would collapse without me, that the project would fail without my constant attention, that I was indispensable. The truth? They replaced me in 3 weeks when I went on medical leave. 3 weeks. There is one memory that shines differently. One day I did show up. My son was playing for his school's soccer team. He had invited me to so many games before. I missed almost all of them. Deadlines, meetings, travel, always something. That day, for once, I said no to work. I arrived late. I almost didn't go, but I went. The game ended with a loss. 6-4. They didn't win. But my son, I have never seen him smile like that. Not because of the score, but because I was there. He kept looking toward the sidelines just to make sure I hadn't left. After the game, we went home as a family. We grilled burgers in the backyard. We played Monopoly at the kitchen table. We laughed. No emails, no phone calls, no interruptions. Just presence, just connection, just family. That ordinary evening became the most precious memory of my entire life. And that's the cruelest part. The best moments were always available to me. I just didn't choose them often enough. Illness changes your perspective. When doctors start talking about time in careful sentences, something shifts inside you. You stop thinking about promotions. You stop caring about status. You stop worrying about numbers. You start counting memories instead. And when I started counting, the number was painfully low. People used to call me successful, influential, accomplished. They still do. But success feels hollow when your children barely know who you really are. When your wife learned to live emotionally without you. When the people you love the most built their lives around your absence. Money built comfort, but it didn't build closeness. Achievements built reputation, but they didn't build connection. I chased a version of success that looked impressive to strangers and empty to the people who mattered. When you realize time is running out, you suddenly want to fix everything. You want to go back. You want to rewrite conversations. You want to undo years. I started calling my children more often, asking about their lives, trying to be present now. They answered. They were polite. They were respectful. But there was something missing. Ease. Closeness. The kind of natural bond that forms when you grow up together emotionally, not just financially. I could hear the distance in their voices. Not anger. Not resentment. Just unfamiliarity. Like they were talking to someone they respected, but didn't truly know. That realization hurt more than any diagnosis. Because I understood something devastating. Love cannot be rushed to make up for years of absence. You can't suddenly compress 20 years of missed moments into a few intense conversations. Relationships are built slowly, through consistency, through presence, through showing up again and again. And I hadn't shown up enough. Jennifer never accused me. That almost made it worse. One evening, not long ago, we were sitting together at the kitchen table. No phones, no distractions, just silence. I finally said the words that had been sitting in my chest for years. I'm sorry. She didn't interrupt. She didn't react dramatically. She just listened. I told her I was sorry for the canceled dates. Sorry for the pottery classes we never took. Sorry for the mornings we never shared slowly. Sorry for the evenings she spent alone while I sat 3 feet away inside a screen. She looked at me for a long time before speaking, and then she said something that shattered me. I stopped asking a long time ago because it hurt less than being disappointed. That's what constant absence does. It doesn't cause explosions. It causes quiet surrender. She didn't leave me. She didn't fight me. She simply adjusted to a life without emotional partnership. That kind of loss doesn't make noise, but it changes everything. I used to think I was protecting my children by giving them everything. Comfort, technology, opportunities, freedom. But I see now that over-providing financially while under-providing emotionally created imbalance. They grew up with access to everything except my presence. They didn't become bad people, but they did become less grounded than they could have been, less grateful, less resilient, more disconnected from what truly matters. Not because they were spoiled by things, but because they were missing guidance. Children don't just need resources. They need conversations. They need correction. They need example. They need a parent who sits with them in frustration, celebrates their progress, challenges their thinking, and teaches them how to live. They needed a father, not a provider who visited between deadlines. For years, everyone around me called me successful, nice house, strong career, influence. Stability. People admired my discipline, my work ethic, my achievements, but nobody saw what my success actually cost. They didn't see the empty chairs at the dinner table. They didn't see my wife slowly learning independence. They didn't see my children lowering their expectations of me. Now, when I look back, I understand something simple and brutal. Success is not measured in income. It's measured in relationships. Success is not how many people admire you. It's how many people feel safe with you. Success is not how busy you were. It's how present you were. The world rewarded me for everything that mattered least, and I neglected everything that mattered most. If you're listening to this and you see yourself in me even a little, please hear me. You don't need to quit your job. You don't need to abandon responsibility. You don't need to make dramatic decisions. But you do need to stop lying to yourself about time. You are not too busy for your family. You are choosing other things over them. You are not protecting them by working constantly. You are slowly teaching them to live without you. You are not postponing life. You are spending it. Right now. The dinners you skip, the conversations you delay, the invitations you decline, the moments you assume will always be available. Those are not small things. Those are your life. Call your child tonight and ask real questions. Sit next to your partner without a phone. Show up to the game. Go on the date. Take the walk. Make the breakfast slowly. These moments feel ordinary while they're happening. That's what makes them precious. You don't realize their value until they are gone. I used to believe I was the hero of my family, the man who sacrificed, the man who provided, the man who carried everything. But now I understand the painful truth. My family didn't need a hero. They needed a father. They needed a husband. They needed my presence, not my sacrifice. If I could trade every achievement I ever earned for 10 more ordinary evenings like that night after my son's game, I would do it without hesitation. The barbecue, the laughter, the Monopoly board, the feeling of being exactly where I belonged. That was success. Not the promotions, not the titles, not the income, just belonging, just connection, just family. I don't know how much time I have left, but I know this. If you are still healthy enough to choose differently, if you are still early enough in your life to change direction, if you are still close enough to the people you love, then you are rich in the only currency that matters, time. And time is only valuable if you spend it with intention. Don't wait for illness to teach you what matters. Don't wait for loss to clarify your priorities. Don't wait for regret to become your teacher. Learn from mine, because success without connection is empty. Achievement without presence is hollow. A life that looks impressive from the outside can still be painfully lonely on the inside. Be there, not later, not someday, now.